Okay, so we're in extra overtime here. It's going to be a 90-minute lesson total, hopefully, unless I mess up so bad I take a whole 10-minute segment out. But if you bear with me, I watch them and sure, I post them, then I watch them, and if there's a mistake, I'll fix them and hope not that many people had to watch them before I fixed it. But if you bear with me, we'll get through this. And as long as I see that I recognize I made a mistake, if it's not too difficult, I'll leave it in. If it doesn't take too much time away from the flow of the lesson. So here's the new chart. This is chart 157, pattern circles, including S2L, S3L, S4L, and S3XL. The reason why I made this circle was not only to improve on the accuracy of the S2L and the S3L circle, and this just gives you the string shapes that the S3L and the S2L are involved with. Okay, and even the S4L. So the S4L is involved with the C. Actually, it's involved with we've got to see what it's involved with, because it's got some borderline stuff there, but it looks like it's definitely including the E, the D, the C. We have to go in fifths now, so it's definitely including E, C, G, D. Okay, it's only a 4-string pattern, so that's it, E, C, G, D, or the other way around. All right, so that's the S4L. And why does the S4L interest us? Why does it interest us? Let's look. What do we have on the bottom here? Anybody know? Does that look familiar? Yes, it's an S3XL. So this is the open pattern, the open capo, open, which is fret nut, or if you put a capo there, and you can't get to those other notes that are part of the normal pattern in the unworked zone. And C, you can get to them because C brings the E shape and the C shape, the top C shape, over for you, and lo and behold, you can get to everything. So we got it. This is the long pattern, the S3XL. Well, guess what? In between the long pattern and a second long pattern, I mean, of course, you could go, I'm going to show you something. Of course, you could go into another long pattern there, right on top of it. I'll show you what that is. You could do one of these. Of course, you could do one of these. And let's just line it up. You can go like that. And look, it fits right in. 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5. You can go a long pattern into another long pattern if you just want to do long patterns, but there's 6 strings there, so you can only do that twice. And you got to warp up the top 2. We did that. I believe we did that. Did we do that? No, we didn't do that yet. Right, so this root and this 4 here, additionally would have to be warped up. So they'd be warped up over here. This is doing the long pattern. None of this would matter. None of this would affect us. You wouldn't be able to play any of that. Okay? So that's the pattern you're looking at. Actually, there is an extra string. We're missing a string. You could go one more string on that. So you got your, you go root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Problem is, this has to be warped over. Let me see. Okay, my bad there. Let's just leave it unwarped right now and take my word for it. If you just want to play long patterns, you can only really just look at 6 strings. So I'll go ahead and make it easier like that. Now we're looking at 6 strings, and yes, you would have to warp this one over. You'd have to warp that whole string over, okay, to make this pattern, and then you can play this long pattern. And that's all I'm saying. I don't have anything against people wanting to play. As a matter of fact, I'm going to practice more playing the long patterns for the fun of it. Not only just to play diatonic where the fret nut is, where we can't get these notes below in the usual pattern. So it'd be like 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then that 5, 6, you just kind of sink it right into another pattern. 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3. Warp up the 4, 5, 6. 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, right there. Now from that 5, 6, you're going to take it to an A. You're not going to start another pattern, but you can. 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3. So you can do the whole thing. Let's try that one more time. You just slide to get that one of them you have to slide for. Kind of like a ball game, right? Okay, it suffices to say we got an S3XL down here. This is what we're usually going to use it for, because we do want to have an opportunity to get back to those open strings if we're on the fret nut. And this S4L is in the middle of the 2 long patterns if you want to do short patterns for a while. S4L is easy. 7 root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2, 3, 4, and then into a long. But I caution against using patterns without like internalizing what are the notes and what locations they're at. Okay, because that's what I was doing with patterns. Then I'd be doing the pattern and I didn't know, maybe I wanted to change out of it. I didn't really know where I was. I was just playing that pattern and really only paying attention like the first note of each string, so that and then I just play the pattern from there. So the word of caution there for doing that. So anyway, so we have our little S3XL pattern, okay? But it seems like it starts on an A shape and it ends on an A shape, but it doesn't have a full C shape here. It doesn't have a full D shape there, or a full G shape there. It doesn't have a full E shape there. So I made this wheel here. Now, the S4L does cover the E, C, G, and D, and we just played that. E shape, C shape, G shape, and D shape. We played that. So that would be the blue zone. S2L is just the C and the G shape. S3L is the D, A, and the E shape in the gray zone. But where's the S3XL? So I mapped that out. 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then out of it into an E shape, 7, root 2, into it with a D shape. So this is pretty much where they're at. You can see they go along the circle pretty fast, They're going along the circle of string-shaped fifths fairly fast, all the way up there, practically 3/4 of the way around, or 2/3 of the way around. Hey, we're out of time. Click the link below for the Facebook group URL put together. It's been great having a lesson with you today. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.